Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've got another film review for you today. It's X-Men Dark Phoenix. This is the end of the Fox series X-Men movies. Disney have bought Fox now, so all the characters are going to move into the Disney fold, so eventually we might get them in the MCU and other various guises, but for this sort of series, this is it. Starting in 2000 with the first X-Men movie up till now, so 19 years, 12 films if you include the Deadpool sequels, and it's been a journey. There's some very high points, some very low points. But what do you think of this one? As an end of an era film, it's meh. That's all I can really say about it. It just doesn't really have that punch. Like, trying not to compare it to Endgame, it had this finale feel, it had this big epic sort of feel to it. This just feels very small and very plodding, and it's a bit bland. It doesn't really do anything. The characters are very sort of wishy-washy. Like there's some emotion to it, but there's not what you would think to be in a finale of a film. The actors on the most part are really, really good. Sophie Turner's good as Jean Grey. James McAvoy's great as Charles Xavier again. Michael Fassbender's good as Magneto, but they're not really given a lot to really work with. They're so good because they've done these characters a few times now, especially sort of McAvoy and Fassbender. They've played these characters like 4 times now. So they're really kind of embedded, and you kind of do see them as those characters. But what they're given to work with is very, very just bland, basic. We kind of retread a lot of the stuff we've done in X-Men films before, whereas Magneto's is living away, he's trying to rebuild his life, that he gets dragged back into the fight again. Charles is promoting his school and his equality, but then something happens and he gets dragged into a fight between humans and mutants again. It's just all just a bit samey and a bit, no. Obviously, we've done the Phoenix Saga before. We had it in X-Men The Last Stand. And that was really botched, that one, because it was part of like a 3 or 4 plots going on in that film. So this one kind of wholly focuses on it. It kind of takes all the stuff in the other film away and focuses on the Dark Phoenix Saga as a whole. And it does a slightly better job, but it still is. It doesn't really do anything. Like it should have been more. It should have been gone a bit further. I think this film would have been maybe better for being a sort of higher rating. It's a 12A like most comic films. This went up to a 15, which makes money. Obviously, we've seen Deadpool, we've seen Logan make that sort of money. You could have really made Jean Grey really turn and kind of do some really sort of evil things. I'm not talking about loads of blood and gore and stuff like that, but some really kind of harsh stuff, and they don't really do that. And that kind of feels like it's, again, they tell you it's a big deal, but they never show you it's a big deal. So I'm always a bit like, all right, she's upset because she's done this, but why really? Because it's set in the 90s, and it's quite sort of, it's what, 10 years since the last one in the movie timelines, not in real life. And the mutants are more sort of celebrated, and now they're more, and they're saying, oh, one bad thing, and this bad thing happens. I won't spoil what it is, but Magneto has done way worse and killed way more people than this event that happens, and this changes everything. And it's just so just make it better. So overall, it's just a bit meh. Is it the worst X-Men film? Probably not. I still think X-Men Origins Wolverine is probably the worst one. But is it better than Last Stand? I don't think it is. I think Last Stand has some better moments, and there's some other good plot points. Take the Phoenix Saga out of Last Stand, that's now a better movie than this one. So it's not the best. It's not the way you thought the X-Men series would have concluded. For the most part, it has done well, but there is definitely some hits and misses within it. I don't know if I could recommend to go see it. If you're not really into the X-Men, you're not missing much. So, and again, the timeline on this is all over the show. Even from the last, I know they've reset the timeline in Days of Future Past, so it's not going to line up with the original 2000s X-Men. But it doesn't even line up from what happened in X-Men Apocalypse. This is what is supposed to be the direct sequel of. So that is just really broken. So it's just a cluster mess. So maybe wait for this one to come on TV or something. I wouldn't say you have to rush out and see it. If you're a big X-Men fan, yes, go see it. But if you're kind of a casual fan, seen some of the films, don't mind them, this is not going to turn your boat. It's not going to want to make you go watch all the X-Men films now. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.